Okay, welcome. So, as you know, put yourself on mute during the service. And, unless you have a part in the service, then we will ask you to unmute yourself, or we won't ask you, we'll let you unmute yourself. And if you can, like if you brushed your teeth and combed your hair this morning, we do want to see your face. That's the whole purpose of Zoom, is so that, we can see each other, especially during these times of COVID. We can't be there to give you a handshake or to give you a hug, but we do want to see your smiley face, okay? But we're not going to force you. So if you didn't brush your hair this morning, that's okay. So here's today's service. We're going to start with Kansho, and then Juliana and Jaden Cruz are going to recite the Golden Chain. And then Zoe and Ava Yamamoto, our veterans, are going to chant Gasho with Amida. So they will have themselves they will have themselves on mic, but the rest of us will have ourselves on mute and we will chant with them. I'll do a Dharma message. And then Mr. Robert has very graciously agreed to accompany us on his guitar with Ondoku-san. And then Mateo is going to lead us in the recitation of Gomonshu's Our Pledge. And then we have, this was, you can tell I did a copy and paste. May birthdays, just Buddhist Temple of San Diego. We don't have Vista this month. That was last month. Announcements, and then we'll close with Nembutsu Gasho, and then you guys will break out into your classes, okay? So we're going to start with Kansho. So as the Kansho is calling us to come and listen to the Dharma, okay? So as you are listening to the Kansho, you can close your eyes or just close them part way. Take a deep breath. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath, 2, 3, 4, and then breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and just breathe and settle into your chair so that you're comfortable. Make sure your hands are in your lap and comfortable. And then listen to the Kansho. I'm going to stop talking. Listen to the Kansho and see if you can just follow the sound of the Kansho until you can't hear it anymore, okay? Next, we're going to have recitation of the Golden Chain, and Juliana and Jaden are going to lead us.
Golden chain. I am a link in the Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that on what I do now depends not only my happiness, but also that of others. May every link in the Buddha's golden chain of love become bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you, Juliana and Jaden. That was beautifully, beautifully recited. And now we're going to turn it over to Zoe and Ava, who will be leading the whole entire chanting of Gasho with Amida. So take it away, Zoe and Ava.
Namo Amida Butsu. We recite Amida's name with deep joy and gratitude. We gasho with Amida, trees and grasses and flowers grow in wondrous compassion. This light shines throughout the world. We gasho with Amida. Flowers bloom and flowers fall. From the seed sprout new flowers. This is the truth unchanging. We gasho with Amida. Springtime brings the happy birds. Their songs all praise Amida. We join them in Nembutsu. We gasho with Amida. When we say the Nembutsu, Amida sings with us all. Our voices unite as one. We gasho with Amida. When we're lonely, we recite Namo Amida Butsu. Embraced by Amida's light, we gasho with Amida. Nembutsu in work and play, every day with Amida. Every moment filled with light, we gasho with Amida. Remember the golden chain, kindness to all living things. We will follow this teaching. We gasho with Amida. In the clear, bright morning sun, in the fading light of day, in the darkness of the night, we gasho with Amida. Namo Amida Butsu. We live in this compassion. This great power guides our lives. We gasho with Amida. Namandabu, 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 Namandabu. Ganishiku-doku, Byodose-isai, Dohon Bodai Shin Osho An Rako. Namo Ravutsu, Namo
Namo
Ravutsu.
Davits, Namo Davits, Namo Davits, Naman Davits, Naman Davits, Naman. Thank you, Zoe and Ava. That was beautiful. We're gonna have to put you guys on YouTube. Okay, I guess it's my turn now. I am gonna just take me off camera, but I'm still here. Oh, I'm a big blob, aren't I? Okay. So the first thing I want to do is I want to just go over the 6 paramitas. And the reason that I want to do this is because just like you attend Dharma school to hear the Dharma and to learn, I go to sometimes what's called like big people Dharma school, I guess. And there are other temples that have seminars. And before I came to San Diego, I started out in Seattle, and then I went, Seattle's in Seattle, and then I went to Ekoji Buddhist Temple in Northern Virginia. And so Ekoji had a spring seminar with Reverend Harry Bridge. I don't know, have any of you heard Reverend Bridge before? He plays the bass guitar. I mean, he's like Mr. Cool. And so he was a speaker in the morning, and then I went to another seminar in the afternoon that was given by Reverend Nobuo Haneda, who's up in the Berkeley area. But Reverend Bridges' talk, I just really enjoyed it. And, you know, he talked about the 6 paramitas. And you guys all have the 6 paramitas memorized, right? Because you probably go over it every year in Dharma school, right? Okay. Well, you know, I didn't go to Dharma school because I came to Jodo Shinshu as an adult. So sometimes I have a hard time remembering. You know how there's VT Sklem? What is VT Sklem for? Eightfold Path, right? Well, I found out, and maybe you guys have already heard this, there's also what's called acronyms for the 6 paramitas. And so I really like this one because now I'm going to be able to remember it. But let's see, maybe somebody from high school can unmute themselves. Who do we have from high school besides Zoe and Ava? Evan, can you just read the English 6 paramitas? Would you be willing to do that?
Giving, discipline, patience, effort, meditation, and wisdom.
Yep. And then Reverend Bridge had the Japanese words. So in giving, dana, discipline, shira, patient, ninniku. And I think ninniku also means onion, but it's not the vegetable ninniku. Ninniku is also patience. And then effort, shojin, and then meditation, zenjo. And zen, you recognize that word, which is Zen Buddhism, which is rooted in meditation. And then wisdom, hanya. And then there's the Sanskrit. We know dana. We probably are the most familiar with dana, which is selfless giving, right? Discipline, which is shila. patience, Kshanti, effort, Vidya, meditation, Dhyana, wisdom, Prajna. And I really liked it because he said that of the 6 paramitas for Jodo Shinshu Buddhists, probably the most important ones are number 1 and number 6. So giving, you can think about giving, selfless giving is compassion, right? And wisdom and compassion. And that really made a lot of sense to me. But what I really liked was he gave me an acronym. Have you guys seen this one before? And he used grandpa, but I'm a grandma, so I'm going to use grandma. Grandma delivers pizza every Monday and Wednesday. Grandma, G for giving, delivers, D for discipline. Pizza, P for patience, every effort, Monday meditation, and Wednesday W for wisdom. So I'm going to remember this. It's easier for me to remember. I can remember VT Clem. You guys probably all have heard that one. Has anybody heard this one before? No? Is this all new to you? Oh, I can't see everybody's hands, but anyway, so I'm really glad that this was my big takeaway from my seminar yesterday. I was so happy. And he actually did another one for the Sanskrit, but I forgot to write it down and my brain is old. So it's like a sieve, and I will try to find that one and I'll share it with the Dharma school teachers. Okay. But I thought that was a really good way to remember this. And again, I really liked that he looked at these 6 paramitas and he said, as Jodo Shinshu Buddhists, we don't talk about values per se, right? Principles that guide our lives. But he said that for him, as he's been really thinking about values in Buddhism and Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, he said that he looks at as our main values, if you will, things that guide our lives as giving, right? Dana, and which is compassion, and wisdom. So compassion, giving, and wisdom, that is Amida Buddha. Amida Buddha is wisdom and compassion. It's the embodiment of wisdom and compassion, right? So it's just a way for us to think about wisdom and compassion and Amida Buddha. So, okay, so that was I hadn't planned to do that in part of my Dharma talk, but I liked it so much. It made such an impact on me that I just wanted to share that with you. And so I hope that that's a good takeaway for you guys. And, I always thought it was kind of a cop-out when you invited a Dharma speaker to come and they'd read from a book, right? But at least through the Zoom, what I'm finding is there are a lot of great books out there that teach the Dharma. And when I think about it, that's how Shakyamuni Buddha taught, was through stories. That's what's in the sutras, right? And so I've become sort of I've always wanted to be a children's librarian, got accepted into School of Librarianship, and then I gave it up. So I think I missed my calling, but I love children's books. So we learn the Dharma through stories. So I'm going to just read you another story. Maybe it's a cop-out, but I really like this story. So it starts out and says, hey, I'm Lucas, just an ordinary boy, and this is Teddy, my favorite toy. I like to eat sweets, jellies, and cakes, but unfortunately, sometimes I make mistakes. You see, yesterday, I was in a very bad mood. I'm never in a bad mood, are you guys? No, I really am. So sadly, I did something extremely rude. I teased my friend, Lisa, for wearing glasses. It made her cry for the rest of her classes. That was kind of mean. When I got home, I was greeted by my mom. I was sad to see her face looking really glum. What do you think? Maybe the teacher called her, huh? And my mom said, honey, you made your friend Lisa cry. Hurting people's feelings is wrong. Do you know why? You should always be kind, my dear mother said. I knew I'd done wrong, so I bowed my head. What does it mean to be kind? I implored. I asked. Mom hugged me tightly. When she did, my heart soared. Kindness is shown when you say a gentle word. Be kind to your sister and even a bird or your puppy dog. You can be kind to someone who makes you mad. You can be kind to someone who is feeling sad. Be kind and respect those who are older than you. I'm old, so but I have to also remember to earn your respect. Show respect and kindness to younger ones too. Kindness is shown helping someone in need, and kindness is shown when you do a good deed. I pondered, I thought about her words and couldn't sleep all night. I wanted to be kind and genuinely polite. So right then and there, without any warning, I decided to become very kind in the morning. And in the morning, the first thing I did do when Mom made me breakfast, I told her, thank you. Very simple, but that's a kindness. I changed out of my pajamas, warm, soft, and red. I put away my toys and made my own bed. Wow, without being asked. On the bus, I behaved the best I could be. I even asked the new boy to sit next to me. At school, I helped him find his classroom too. I knew it was the very least I could do. Kind of went out of his way. I said good morning to all my friends. I even shared my brand new crayons and pens. Then I saw Lisa. Her eyes still looked sad. I approached her slowly, still feeling bad. I'm sorry I teased you, I said with bent head. Lisa gave me a smile. It's okay, she said. I realized that kindness is really super cool, so I was also kind when I got out of school. Outside, I waited my turn on the slide, and you know what? I felt good and happy inside. I was patient and kind, not angry at all. I even found joy helping a boy find his ball. I picked up the rubbish, even though it wasn't mine. Kindness and doing good deeds made my heart shine. I loved going shopping with Mom to buy food. Holding open doors put me in such a good mood. Probably because he couldn't wait to eat what he helped buy. And after we bought my favorite toy and a treat, Mom and I helped an old lady cross the street. I continued to be kind with joy and glee, watching Dad fall asleep in front of the TV. Anybody's dad ever do that? He was sleeping on the sofa instead of his bed, so I covered him with a blanket and kissed his forehead. I helped my little sister tie her shoelaces, and I was glad to her shoelace. I was glad to see the big smile on her face. Being kind is amazing for everyone's sake, like giving your neighbor a yummy piece of cake. I like to help my neighbor, water his flowers. It really seems kindness has magical powers. I no longer do mean things like before. I don't tease others and I don't slam the door. I stop being selfish and I share all my toys. I don't shout out loud or make too much noise. Kindness is something anyone can learn. Give to others and ask nothing in return. Helping others is simply the best thing to do. When you are kind, kindness comes back to you. I want to talk about this page a little bit though, because this boy seems like he's super perfect, right? It's like he decided to be kind and then he no longer did mean things. I don't know about you guys, but that's really not so easy for me. In other words, I say, okay, I'm not going to do a mean thing. I'm not going to yell at somebody or get angry at somebody. And you know what? I forget and I get angry. Or I maybe have a piece of cookie and it's a really yummy cookie. And do I offer it to someone else to share? No, I hide it so that I can eat it all by myself. So I'm not always kind. I don't know about this little boy, but I'm thinking that we're pretty human. I don't know if you remember that book I read last time was, I Am Human. We're human. So sometimes we do forget. But kindness is something we can all learn, give to others, and ask nothing in return. That is dana. That is selfless giving. When you do something for somebody, and you know what? If they don't say thank you, that's okay. You did it because it was something that you thought was a kind thing to do. So I do want us to think about selfless giving, Donna, okay? So here's some simple acts of kindness. And if you guys go into chat, maybe you can add a couple more ideas on your own. And I don't know, maybe Miss Jamie or somebody can read them out loud because I can't see my chat right now. But some of the ones that I put up here: send a kind letter to an older person, older temple members, and I know you guys are all doing this. Let someone ahead of you in line. You know, if let's say you go to the movies, right? And there's this long line because it's, I don't know what the movie is that everybody's, well, nobody's going to the movie theater anymore, but you've been waiting there for your 45 minutes. Do you want somebody else in line in front of you? Do you want to let somebody cut in front of you? No. Don't you get upset when somebody lets somebody else cut in front of them and they're in front of you? Yeah. Pick up litter, even if it's not yours. This is something simple. I will say, make sure that if you're picking it off the ground and you're not quite sure what it is, make sure you have gloves and you have hand sanitizers, okay? Especially with COVID. So do be careful. Tell mom and dad you love them without, you know, being asked. Just surprise them. And you know what? Share your favorite toy with your sister or your brother or your friend. And remember always to smile. Sometimes when I'm feeling a little sad or a little angry, and if I just remember to smile, you know, maybe something really nice happened to me, or I'm really grateful for something, and that puts a smile on my face. So do we have any things in chat, Miss Jamie?
No, nothing came in.
Nothing? Nobody has anything, any simple acts of kindness? I know you guys do. Okay, that was short notice, so that's okay. But please join me in Gasho as we close the Dharma talk. And Miss Jamie, if you want to stay on and just repeat after me to lead the, you know, give and take part. So
Sure.
may you be healthy.
May you be healthy.
May you be happy.
May you be happy.
May you be free from suffering.
May you be free from suffering.
May you be filled with peace.
May you be filled with peace.
May I be healthy.
May I be healthy.
May I be happy.
May I be happy.
May I be free from suffering.
May I be free from suffering.
May I be filled with peace.
May I be filled with peace.
Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that little story. It was about selfless giving, Donna, and is it about wisdom? I think so, but I'll have to think about that one a little bit. Okay, whoops, Mr. Robert is now going to accompany us on his guitar, and he's going to play Ondoku-san. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. And I just want to remind everybody, these are the words of Shinran Shonin. And these are words of deep, deep gratitude for the gifts that he received from the teachers, from his teachers. Okay, and next we have Mateo, who will lead the recitation of Gomonshu Sama's Art Pledge.
Breaking out of my shell, I'll share a warm smile and speak gentle words, just like the kind Buddha. Not becoming lost in my greed or anger and ignorance, I shall think and act with an open mind, just like the calm and peaceful Buddha. Not putting myself first, I'll share the joy and sadness of others, just like the compassion. Realizing the gifts of life I have received, I shall strive each day to its full, like the Buddha who tirelessly works to liberate it all.
Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you, Mateo. That was a beautiful recitation of Gomonshu's Art Pledge. And now I think Miss Nancy is going to announce the May birthdays, and then Mr. Robert is going to do happy birthday on his guitar.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy May. Beautiful day, even though it's a little bit wet. It was great to be out in the outside, out of the house. Today I'd like to announce several birthdays. One is Andrea Covarrubias. Andrea just celebrated her quinceañera yesterday, so feliz cumpleaños, Andrea. And then we also have a May birthday, one of our Dharma school teachers who doesn't want to be recognized, but we wish her the best anyway. Are there any other participants that have May birthdays?
Our guitarist's birthday is this month as well.
Oh, happy birthday, Mr. Robert. And thank you always for helping us out with our birthday song. So with that, I guess we'll begin. Happy birthday, Dharma friends.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dharma friends. Happy birthday to you.
Wonderful, thank you. Are there any announcements? Miss Lisa usually has one. No, not today.
Oh, I do. I have an announcement.
Oh, okay, great.
Thank you, Laverne Sensei. I just want to thank all students who've submitted letters for our senior Sangha members. We would love it if every student could please either write a letter or draw a picture. And if you could just send that to Chelsea or myself, that would be great. Thank you.
Remember, that's a very simple act of kindness that you can do for someone who is feeling probably pretty isolated these days. Any other announcements? Okay, then we'll quickly close with Nembutsu and Gassho. So thank you everybody for attending today's service. Have a wonderful week. Please take care, continue to be safe, be well and happy. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. Thank you, everybody. Have fun in your classes.